Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order. What's up, everybody? Duke back here from sportsgamers.com. In today's Madden 20 tip, I'm about to break down one of the most overpowered passing plays in the entire game that you guys can use to beat any defense, any coverage in the entire game, whether it's man or zone. Like I said, this play is simply overpowered. It's a true money play. I'm going to be in the Raiders playbook on offense, and we're going to be looking at the shotgun tight doubles. You don't need any abilities or any specific attributes or really anything from this play. This gun tight doubles has a fire money play in the zig under that you can use, like I said, to beat any defense out there. So we're going to start by just running some zone. We're going to look at cover 2 first. So before I get it too much further into the video, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. And if you're really rocking me, smash that like button, show the love. It helps us out a lot. In the meantime, if you guys are looking to get better at Madden 21, check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. In our Madden Vault, we've just done another update. We upload it with 4 to 6 tips every week to help you guys get better at the game. It's a must-have if you're looking to get better at Madden 21. So, let's play zig under right here. And we're going to make sure that we come out and we want to have our tight end side of the formation on the short side of the field. So, with this tight doubles, you guys can see the zig under has a tight end and running back on the same side. So, we're going to make sure that they're on the short side of the field. So, here we're on the right hash. That means they need to be on the right hash as well. So, we're going to go ahead and block our running back in case they're blitzing us. That's key. Streak the tight end. We're going to flat the outside left receiver. And we're going to slant the outside right receiver. So I would make sure that your best receiver, by the way, is in the slot here running this post. This is a unique post route. It's going to get open on every coverage in the game. Okay, guys, let's break down my progressions and reads on this play before we get into any examples of it. My reads and progressions are literally always the same. So again, here's the setup with the slant to the outside right receiver, the streak to the tight end, the flat to this player on the outside left, and I block the running back. So first of all, like I told you, this post is the key route. It's going to get open against every coverage out there. If you play man, it beats man. If you play zone, it will get over underneath zones like cloud flats and hook zones, but yet it will get underneath deep zones. So whether it's cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, it's going to get open. The only way you can really defend this route is if you either use zone drops or you user it. But, you know, while it's the primary read, and I'm going to break it down first, there's other reads on this play. The slant route is very key, and it works perfectly with the flat. So, honestly, when I snap the ball, the first thing I do is I read the flat. Because if you turn your zone drops on or you're blitzing and you're not covering the flat, I'll throw that every time. That's for free 10 to 15 yards. Now, if you are covering the flat, that's when I basically just go to see where your user is. I basically look to see if you'll user my post or my slant, because both of those routes have got to be usered. Whichever one you user, I'm going to go the other way. So if I see you run with my post, I'm going to throw underneath to the slant. But yet if I see you stay underneath to guard the slant, I'm going to throw my post. So first of all, I want to show you guys how the post works against all the different coverages in the game. And then once we do that, I'm going to show you guys how to utilize the flat route with the slant. So let's get into it now. So let's just first break down this post route to Brown so you guys can see how exactly this works. You can throw it in the pocket or you can roll it out, doesn't really matter. But either way, as you guys can see here, we're going to be throwing a dot because he's going to get behind that cloud every single time. It's just a perfect post that can beat every coverage. So in the replay, I want you guys to notice how, we have the post running open past that cloud flat. That's going to happen like every single time, and he's going to get behind the DB, be able to make this easy catch on the sideline. Just like that. As you can see here, let's get a better look at it. That's pretty much undefendable. It's gonna be a catch every single time, basically. Very, 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 very easy to run, but very effective. Now, if you guys want to see it one more time, I'm gonna sit in the pocket here, Just so you guys can see, you don't have to roll out to throw this. It's just going to get over the top of that cloud flat. It's going to be an easy read for you guys. Again, the same setup. We're going to slant the outside receiver on the right. We're going to go ahead and streak the tight end, block the running back, and we're going to put the outside receiver on the left on a flat route like that. Some I'm just going to look to stay in the pocket. You guys are going to see. It's going to get over top of that cloud. Easy possession catch. Now, I'm going to switch the coverage to cover 3 here because I want you guys to see that even with a deep zone, that route still gets over the top of like the underneath zones, like, you know, the slot corners, but yet the outside corner in the deep zone, we're going to actually get underneath this time. So you guys can see here, again, look, it's wide open on the sideline. The reason for that is basically, if you take a look at the replay, the deep zone, he's going to be affected by our tight end streak route, and the only, you know, way this could be broken up is just like if it was like maybe I got hit and I threw a bad ball. But look at how this corner runs with the streak. So as soon as we see that, basically all I need to do now is just wait for him to get past the underneath zones, just like he does here. And once he does that, just throw this on the sideline for an easy throw and catch. Again, get a better look at this. You want to possession catch this on the sideline, and it's going to be a dot every single time. All right. Now, even if they shade over the top, say they do cover 3, shade over the top with a cloud flat instead of just a purple zone, it's still going to get open. So this route really does require you to user it because there's no really way other than zone drops that you're going to be able to stop it. See what I'm saying here? Even a cloud flat, it's open over the top. Now, the great thing about it is, even if they just straight up say, hey, you know, I'm going man, I'm going to man you up, this is a man-beating route, as well as the slant. So you actually have 2 routes that can beat man, and the one thing I'd say if they are playing man, I would make one additional adjustment to this play. Still the same setup, but instead of just snapping it as is, if you know they're in man, what I'd do is I'd actually motion a slant like 2 steps out and snap the ball. Just because a motion slant route, it tends to get open better than just a regular slant route, but as you guys can see there, you know, he's going to get open on that post every single time. Now, if you have a fast receiver with good route running, that's definitely going to make your post a little bit more effective than if you just have your average scrub receiver. But you guys can see here, like slants, you know, they also beat man too, so that's going to be an easy read for you too if they happen to use your post route. All right. So last defense I want to look at with this post is cover 4, and then I'm going to get into what we can do if they use zone drops or what we can do if they use this money route that we have on this play. So, I mean, like I said, cover 4, you're not going to really be able to do anything to stop this route either. So here's cover 4. You go ahead and press it. It doesn't matter. You could baseline, you could press. No baseline, no press. It doesn't matter. This route is just open, period. Unless you use it or do a zone drop. That's the only 2 ways you're going to slow down this route. So it's the same setup. You block the running back, you streak the tight end, you slant the outside right receiver, and you flat the outside left receiver just like this. Again, you can stay in the pocket or roll out. It doesn't really matter. It's going to just be open on the sideline, man. So how can we deal with this? Well, the first thing we could do on defense is we could try to change the zone drops. So, you know, I could maybe be in cover 2, and I could put my flat zones back 20, 25 yards or whatever. And, you know, that would do a better job, right? So the problem with this is, and this is why I love this play, is because there's other routes I have here. First of all, the slant and the flat, that's my second route combo on this play. It's my second progression. It's extremely effective if you're going to turn your zone drops on to take away my primary post. This flat slant combo is always going to get it open. But, you know, maybe they're going to try to use the streak or the slant. If you have your flat zone drops on, as soon as I snap the ball, I can see that. So then I can just dump it in the flat, turn it upfield, I just got 10 yards. So you can't really do zone drops against this play, and that's why I really love flat routes this year, is we'll make them pay every single time, whether they're trying to do a zone drop from a cover 3, cover 4, or a cover 2. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that I see you have your flat zones dropping far back, and at that point I'm guaranteed 10 to 15 yards. So you can't really do that. And if you just simply want to leave your zone drops on default, so like I can't just throw in the flats, as you guys can see, it's very obvious after the snap, whoever the flat zone defender is, whether it's the outside corner in cover 2, or it's a slot, or a linebacker or safety in the cover 3 or cover 4, if you see the flats are dropping back obviously far as you see here, dude, just throw it in flat. You get 10 yards, maybe more, 10, 15 every single time. So zone drops are not really a good option to defend this play. Really what you have to do realistically is take your user and try to defend that yourself. You can't just man it up because it's going to beat man. So you basically do have to user this route every time. Now let's go and turn our coaching adjustments for the zone drops back to default so you guys can see what happened if you just tried to take this route away from your user. So like a lot of people run this 3-3-5 cover too. They just use a middle linebacker and make adjustments, right? Well, what is going to happen is if you go and run with my post, like we do here, it's going to hit the slant underneath every single time. The great thing about this slant is it works perfectly with the flat. The flat is going to clear out the flat zones. And literally, unless you just use the slant's going to be open every single play. The reason for this is, like, even if it's a contested throw, right? If you lowball the slant against these zones, it's going to get open. And I'm going to show you guys that here. So I'm not even going to drop back with my user. Just bam. See, that's contested, right? But I lowball, and I click on it, and I possess and catch it. And it's there every time. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, what if I shade down on my defense so my hook zones play underneath? Or what if I do zone drops for hook zones to play at like 5 yards? That's not going to work either because it's just there's always a certain point in this route that you can just throw it open. So that will not be an option either. So here I'm actually going to shade down my flat zones. And you guys are going to see that even with shaded down zones, you still can throw this. And it's going to be very, 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 very difficult to defend. See what I'm saying? Just throw it a little bit quicker over the middle. It's 3 yards. So now, you're literally to the point where you're back to having to just stay over the middle of your user because if you don't, I'm just going to throw the slant route every play. And what happens? Well, as soon as we see that you stay with your user over the middle of the field and you don't run with my post, if you're not going to run with my post, I'm going to throw it every play. That's why this play is so good. So again, we block the running back, we streak the tight end, slant the outside receiver, flat the outside left receiver. So if you're going to stay home and say, okay, you're not going to throw that slant route, as soon as I see that, I'm throwing that post every play. So, like I said, this play is found in the Raiders playbook on offense. I love the Raiders playbook. It's one of my top offensive playbooks in the game. Easily a top 2-3 offensive book in the game. Actually, I would put it in the top 2 for sure. I like the Raiders in Seattle currently the best. If you want to check out our Raiders offensive guide, it's our Madden 21 offensive domination guide. It's on sportsgamers.com. It is fire, and man, it's a must cop. So hope you guys enjoy the tip. I'll be back soon with some more great content.